EA and Maxis usually take the heat on many problems regarding The Sims 4, such as bugs, glitches, and a lack of transparency, and it's been frustrating for so many of us Simmers as we take to Twitter, Tumblr, Discord, and many other socials to discuss the issues that are happening in-game. Not just me, but some in the community are starting to wonder, could the Sim gurus play a bigger role in these issues than we thought? We're going to be talking all about it in today's video, and of course, if you guys have any of your opinions, please leave it down below in the description. Before we get into it, I do want to say, what is up guys? My name's Simian, my name is Yen, I play The Sims. Did you see what I did there? If you are new here, welcome, and I do a lot of news, information, and pack reviews, and if you are a returning subscriber, welcome back. As you guys can already tell by the title, we're going to be talking all about the growing concerns within the community, and the growing question, are Sim gurus to blame? I do want to put a disclaimer out there that again, this is just a talking conversation, and I do want to know your opinions down below in the comments. This is not saying whether I'm right or wrong, but just a conversation that I wanted us to have. Now again, there's speculation going around with the Sim gurus because, as if you guys noticed lately, the communication for them has been very vague, and they have not really been addressing the issues that have been going on lately. If y'all don't know about Sim gurus, or you're just new to the Sims community, Sim gurus are basically just the gateway between us and, you know, the bigger corporations. And a lot of people are starting to wonder, and a lot of people, I mean the Sims community, do they have more say in the game and how it's being developed? It's got a lot of people questioning if they're partly responsible for the bugs and glitches we're dealing with. So again, it's a tough situation because we love the gurus, but at the same time, there's a growing concern of something that we just can't ignore on whether or not they are responsible for what's happening in game. Now, there has been a ton of speculation regarding The Sims 4 ever since the EA had made an announcement of them letting go of a lot of employees, and a lot of people thought that this also affected not only EA but Maxis. And with that, are the Sim gurus feeling some kind of way about that, and are they trying to push back? Again, Sim guru Nick, he is a quality designer of the live operations team, and where you're supposed to tell him about any bugs and glitches, but he has stepped back, and one of the first people I've noticed not to start saying anything after everybody has been talking. Again, a lot of Simmers are always talking about the simulation lag, the bugs, the glitches, and all that jazz, and Sim guru Nick was one of the first gurus I noticed to take a step back and go, you know what, I'm not dealing with this backlash. Although I am a quality designer on The Sims 4, I should not be able or have to take all of the key that is going on with EA or Maxis. Love to know your opinions down below, because again, there is just a very thin line between I do think they're responsible and I also don't at the same time. There's been many other countless remarks that the Sim gurus have made, where Sim guru Ninja ended up tweeting out, despite recent credit misconceptions, the testing team is as large as ever, and this is when they were talking about, unfortunately, growing together, having a bunch of issues. There is also another time where Sim guru Ninja continued on saying, we'll keep adding and we'll keep fixing, always more to do, and we love y'all and this game no matter how bad the backlash got. Over the course, over the lot of Sim, packs that have been coming out, over the recent amount of years, a lot of Simmers are starting to be like, okay, the only packs that we're noticing that aren't having problems are kits. What's going on? And many people think that the reason that they're focusing more on kits is because it has a lot to do with there's just not as many bugs and glitches that come out with their release. So again, I would love to know your opinions on what you guys think about this, but this was back in 2021. We are now in 2024. And personally for me, I do think that the Sim gurus they have a very thin line between they're damn if they do, damn if they don't say. Now, we do know that EA put out a statement stating their rebrand last year and how there was now only 85 million players and counting since the release of The Sims 4 and also it becoming free. They've also talked about how they were going to do a lot of constant updates, and with those updates also came The Sims Direct, which was not direct and has lacked transparency since the drop date. A lot of people are wondering, first of all, what happened with their transparency situation when they were talking about The Sims Direct and it finally coming out alongside the rebrand, and also an ex-developer on a different game, but again, the umbrella under EA, stated that they do these things on purpose sometimes to keep the players engaged, and then you can even see it right here in the captions. It says, but for a player, that it's what works. It's what keeps people engaged. And so a lot of people took that and assumed that this was a particular way that the Sims 4 team is going to work as well. Now, again, we do know that the Sims 4 is under Maxis, and Maxis is what's under EA, which is EA is the umbrella and the big dog who's on top. So again, a lot of people are saying, are the sim gurus to blame? And this is where we're going to start getting into some tweets and, of course, my opinions at the end. Now, we do remember when the growing together shenanigans happened, and of course, there was a lot of issues with that. And even then, when they came out with the trailer, they even missed out on so many things, like, oh, the trailer didn't, do a lot. It's going to feature, more family dynamics and milestones. You guys haven't even gotten the full picture right? The live stream will have tons of more info, yada, yada, yada. We got the live stream and it was just not it. It was still missing things. We were still like, what's going on? A lot of people still felt like it was empty and it didn't answer any of the questions. Again, this is when the sim gurus were actively talking back to us and, consistently saying, hey, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to do. And even though they were saying things and responding back to us, their words were not matching their actions. And then that's when it became a problem to me and to other simmers, where people started to notice, okay, what y'all are saying isn't adding up. Or it could have been what they were saying were actual facts, but when it came down to like, let's actually do this live stream, they got a complete revision. So this is where people start to question whether or not the sim gurus are to blame with what's going on. And the reason I say that in particular is because if you look at their bios, they have their job description in their bio. So when they're stating certain things or they're saying certain things, this is literally their job description. This is literally, when we see Sim Guru Nick, we think, okay, quality insurance. When we see Sim Guru Nova, we see, okay, developer. They literally have everything in, like, they have their job description in their Twitter, in their bios. And again, it's like, okay, who else are we to blame when they're the ones stating, oh, X, Y, and Z, but we're getting something totally opposite? I do want to mention a couple of tweets because, again, Sim Guru Nova did say no one forced us to be gurus. It's opt-in. I can't speak for others, but personally, I choose to be one because of the admiration I had for the other gurus. Before joining the team, how fun can it be to interact with y'all? While it can be hard at times, I enjoy it overall. The highs are worth the lows. Let me know what y'all thoughts are down below, because again, this could go either way. She did go ahead and say it can be a really tough balance for sure. I've had days where I had to step away a few times. Even recently, I unplugged for a few days to focus on work. Sim Guru Ninja even came out and said we do it by choice and can walk away at any time. Maxis never uses us as a shield. That we gurus want to interact with our community and do so the best we can. It's just for the love of the game. Again, even Sim Guru Ash was out here tweeting about lashes and all this stuff, and we did end up getting lashes, and then when we got the lashes, they were broke. And then it was like, were you the one who was supposed to like make sure that was like, what's going on? So a lot of people are having different questions on whether or not, what is going on? Like, what is the real situation behind sim gurus and there's been so many sim gurus that are leaving, right? There's been so many that have just up and left and have not even said a word even. And there's some who made statements. There's some who have just taken their jobs off of certain socials. And again, they've said multiple times why the game is the way it is and what they're trying to do to fix it. But it's just not enough. A lot of people are questioning why are so many sim gurus just jumping ship? Now, the Sims community did tweet a while back and stated why it's very important to separate the term EA and Maxis in the Sims team. And Maxis does their best with the tools and resources that EA provides them, which is what the sim gurus are under, and EA just doesn't give them the resources. Now, I'm going to tell you guys, this could be reasons why possibly the sim gurus could be at fault. So I want to talk about developmental influence. And here's my thing when I mean this is because with the sim gurus, they're primarily communicating and talking to us. They're also involved in the game's development process, right? So if they aren't effectively communicating players' feedbacks or prioritizing the right fixes, this could be why there are so many ongoing issues. The other two is inconsistent communication. Sim gurus are always telling us about the updates and issues about upcoming content, but their communication is vague or very incomplete. And again, this leads to frustration from simmers, in the community. Like, we feel that the transparency is lagging and it's a problem and it's not properly being addressed or prioritized. And then, of course, the testing and quality assurance. Sim gurus hold this title as well. And you heard Sim Guru Ninja even say it earlier in that tweet, where despite what we're saying, the testing team is as large as ever, but it still does not reflect and it's not showing over on the game. I don't know. Y'all let me know down below in the comments what your opinions are about this situation. Again, I did want to just talk about this because it's been on the back of my mind. I've seen some simmers comment about about it on different platforms, and I would love to know your opinions. And whether you agree or disagree with me, that's completely fine. This is what this channel is all about. We talk all things Sims. So yeah, let me know your opinions down below in the comments. And with that all being said, if you enjoyed this video or learned something new, please give it a thumbs up because it generally does help out my channel. And whether you're a silent viewer, you like my videos, you comment on my videos, or you share my videos, at the end of the day, you still showed me some love, and for that, I thank you. With that all being said, I will see you guys all in the very next video. Bye!